Hey, Andrew, thank you for having me on your CRE Spotlight. I appreciate it. My name is Joseph Harris, and I am a multifamily syndicator. I'm just starting on my multifamily journey, so I'm actually looking for my first property, but I'm partnering with different people that I've met through networking. And I just want to talk about physical vacancy versus economic vacancy when underwriting a property, because when you're trying to buy any commercial property, whether it's multifamily or industrial or anything, it's essential to look at the property's vacancy rate. And there's two major types of vacancy or ways to measure the vacancy. One is called economic vacancy, and one is called physical vacancy. So with economic vacancy, that represents the rental loss a property owner has over a certain time period. The physical vacancy represents the percentage of units that are vacant over a specific time period, such as 1 year. 1 year is common because you can get that information from the rent roll or the T12. And so the economic vacancy actually tells you how many people are actually paying rent. It is the difference between a property's gross potential rent, also known as the GPR, and a property's actual rental income. So the gross potential rent is the maximum amount of the rental income a property generates at a 100% occupancy. So while the actual rental income could be a totally different number because of the vacancy rate. So it's what the property is currently generating at the time of the underwriting. So and sometimes tenants have not paid their rent, so this is considered bad debt. So for example, over a 1 year period, a 40 unit apartment can have three unoccupied units. So, and one unit may be occupied by the property manager. So if one unit is occupied by the property manager, physical vacancy is not going to take that number into account. So this is where economic vacancy would come into play. So the economic vacancy of the property would be the physical vacancy, which is the 3 units, which would be it would take the 7.5%. It was a 40 unit property, and you got three vacant units. So that one unit that's occupied by that property manager, that's the giving units, which would be at 2.5%. So that means that the total economic vacancy would be at 10%. So when it's important for syndicators to underwrite for the economic vacancy, because it gives you the fuller picture rather than just underwriting for physical vacancy.